Hello everyone and welcome to week 23 of Drawn Paint for Life, the final lesson of the year. How amazing has it been to be with you? Thank you for making art, children. Looking at, for our material of the week, we're looking at probably one of the coolest things that was ever been invented, which is the Ultra Fine Point Sharpie. I love this thing. You can do so many things with it, and I really kind of feel like it's a thinking tool, almost an extension of the hand. You can make beautiful fluid lines. What's interesting about it is it gets worn out. This little tip can kind of have an angle to it, and so you just have to be kind of aware of that in the way you press it to the paper. I'm always on the lookout for like the perfect line from the Sharpie. So anyway, there are so many different lines that you can make with a Sharpie. Of course, you can do a curving line, straight lines, stippling, making dots, cross hatching. Okay, so you're pretty limited in terms of the width of the line, but you're not limited in terms of what you can create with it. Well, my favorite thing though to do in terms of Drawn Paint for Life with this tool, and one of the reasons I try to make it so available, is that I feel like it's so helpful for the tracing portion of Drawn Paint for Life. I feel like it's the coolest thing to really have that much control as you trace, because as you're tracing, you're really learning the shape of something. And it's so calming to the mind to trace. There's my dog over there. I wonder if you can hear him. He's banging around with his bone. Sorry about that. It's just so incredibly beautiful and calming and meditative to the mind to trace, especially after what's probably been for you a rather long school day, and you've had so much information coming towards you. Using this specific tool on the trace page can be tremendously calming. So I encourage you to do your tracing with this tool and see how it feels. It always just kind of like skips across the paper. It makes a beautiful line like this. And really your line is the essence of your artistic signature. So this is a tool that really helps you because it is so simple and so clean. When you use it, it helps you develop your line. You know how everybody signs their name and it's different and you can tell your friend's signature? You may even be able to tell the way who your friend is or who wrote something by their line, by their signature. It's the same in art. And oh my gosh, I can almost not talk once I make art, because once I start making art, it's like my brain just goes to that. So forgive me because I'm so enjoying tracing. So I encourage you to, among other things, in terms of drawing and line making and mark making, which we've talked about throughout the entire year in Drawn Paint for Life, I would encourage you to really use this in your tracing. I had a child do a beautiful thing this week too. They took their tracing page, which you're absolutely allowed to do, and they started to trace the art of the week. And of course, this is The Great Wave by, I always mispronounce this artist's name, Kanagawa. And everybody knows this image. I mean, like, it's in the public domain and has been for years, centuries, well, decades. And so you see it all over the place, and it's so iconic and so beautiful. But tracing these little parts of the wave that almost look like a hand reaching, you know, like this hand of the water reaching to chomp up these beautiful three boats, and then this Mount Fuji in the background, which I guess has religious significance if you're Japanese. So the image is full of so much power and such a narrative story, but you can take it and learn from this great artist by tracing their work and how they used line. So always feel free to rip your art book apart and use it in different ways. It's there for you to use. And you can take the tracing paper and trace the artwork on the front. The artist of the week. So Yeah, I really loved watching that child do this, so I just thought I would show that to you. Again, okay. Wonderful. Make beautiful lines. I'll see you in class. Thank you so much.